Για κάποιο λόγο στα gameplay options έχει kids mode, το οποίο δεν ξέρω τι κάνει. Έχει σκηνές βίας μέσα ή το κάνει πιο εύκολο για τύπους σαν του Σαμ για να μπορέσουν να το τερματίσουν. Γιατί ο Σαμ μπορεί να τερματίσει το γουλόν και το Atomic Heart, άμα το βάλουμε σε αυτό παίζει να δυσκολευτεί περισσότερο. Για να δούμε τι λέει. Να. Δεν θυμάμαι πότε το είπα. Παιδιά, μιλάω και με τον Σίμο και με τον Σάμ στο chat από πίσω. Μην είναι αυτό, δεν μιλάω μόνος μου. Μιλάω μόνος μου γενικά, αλλά όχι στα stream. I see dead people. Λοιπόν, power wall. So inventory, move, cursor, interact, walk, hotspot indicator. Hotspot. Α, εδώ. Έμεινε η μηχανή από βενζίνα.
No juice.
Και το βενζινάδικο δεν έχει βενζίνα.
Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes.
Ναι, οκ. Okay. Τα γραφικά μου αρέσουν για τέτοιου τύπου παιχνίδι.
Out of gas. And the engine is overheated.
Θυμίζει λίγο Monkey Island.
I need to find some gas and engine coolant. My tires should still last a couple of miles. Hansen. I used to love it when I was little. At least the cold chain is unbroken. I wish. It's frozen shut.
Δεν έχει τίποτα εδώ. Α, οκ, δεν χρειάζεται να το πηγαίνω ακριβώς.
If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could make a nice place for a picnic. Somebody forgot their toolbox. This loot box contains only some rusty pliers.
Βερόνικα, τη Δευτέρα εγώ.
Hello? Anybody in there? I could really use some gas.
Δεν μου απαντάει κανείς. Χτυπάω την πόρτα.
Wheels on wheels. Your order is waiting.
Έφερα φαγητό. Μπα, ούτε έτσι. Δεν πιάνει. Θα κάνω τη με εφορία.
Open the door.
Ούτε με την εφορία ανοίγουνε. Καλημέρα Γιάννα ρε. Όχι, δεν είναι GamePass, είναι Gold.
Can you please let me in? I'm totally
Ανοίξτε με, δεν είμαι βαμπύρ. Μπα. Εχθές ποιος έπαιζε γουλόγκ Γιάννη και δεν μου απαντούσε?
Blocked. Of course.
Έχω κατσαβίδι.
How should I open the door with these rusty pliers?
Δεν είναι κατσαβίδι βασικά, είναι πένσα. Εδώ δεν έχει τίποτα. Μήπως να σπάσω το τζάμι? Μήπως... Αυτό τι είναι?
Terra Incognita Scenic Highway. Next town ahead. Long shot by the sea.
Ναι, να μιλάει κιόλας. Πες να ανοίξει το μικρόφωνο, τι ντρέπεται? Άμα ανοίξω Αυτό δεν μου δίνει επιλογή, ούτε αυτό μου δίνει επιλογή να κάνω ζήμια. Εδώ μου δίνει, να φτιάξω την αντλία βενζίνης. Όχι. Μήπως να φτιάξω τη μηχανή. Για να δοκιμάσω, να φτιάξω τη μηχανή. Όχι, δεν με βοηθάει ούτε αυτό. Δεν αρχίζουμε καλά με τον πρώτο γρίφο όμως, ψάχνω ένα τέταρτο. Εντάξει, εγώ βλέπεις, σου μιλάω όμορφα, δηλαδή έχω πει καλά λόγια τώρα.
Blocked. Of course.
Εδώ δεν δίνει επιλογή. Από εδώ τα πήραμε όλα, εδώ δεν έχει κάτι. Την πόρτα τη χτυπήσαμε, δεν άνοιξε κανείς.
Hello? Anybody in there? I could really use some gas.
Εδώ δεν με αφήνει να φτιάξω το gas τέτοιο.
Not a chance. I need to find some gas and engine coolant first.
Α, θέλω και ψυκτικό. Μάλιστα, θέλω και ψυκτικό. Τι στο καλό ρε φίλε.
Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window.
Δεν μπορώ να πετάξω την πένσα στο τζάμι να τη σπάσω, το τζαμαρία.
No juice.
Όχι.
It's just one short circuit before everything.
Όχι. Οκ. Μπορώ να πάω εδώ. Τα λάστιχα τα είδαμε, αυτό το είδαμε. Κάτι πρέπει να κάνω. Τι πρέπει να κάνω? Ωε.
How should I open the door with these rusty pliers?
How? Όπα! Τι είναι αυτά?
Some of these constellations seem familiar. Or do they?
Τι σχέση έχει ο αστερισμός εδώ πάνω Καμία. Απλά έπρεπε να τα δω. Μήπως τώρα είναι κανείς που είδα τα αστέρια?
Tax investigation. Open the door.
Open the door, you motherfucker. Fuck off. Fuck. Αυτά τα ψάξαμε, Θα είναι πολύ βλακεία η λύση τώρα εντωμεταξύ. Όπα. Βρήκα το κλειδί. Έτσι.
That was too easy. As if it wanted to be found.
Ωραία. Πάρ' το κλειδί. Ανοίγουμε την πόρτα. Με το κλειδί. Κανώς να είναι λάθος κλειδί τώρα, τρελαθούμε. Α, ωραία.
That was almost too easy.
Ωραία.
Pitch black. I can't even see
Ναι.
my own hands.
Άρα πρέπει να ανάψουμε το φως. Αυτό εννοείς εσύ τώρα με αυτά που λες.
There's something funny about that picture.
Εδώ δεν έχει τίποτα, για προχώρα λίγο. κάπου κανένα διακόπτη. Αν δεν ανάψω τα φώτα δεν θα δω μέσα. Άρα πρέπει να βγω έξω. Πρέπει να βγω έξω σίγουρα και κάτι να κάνω με τη λάμπα, με το φως εδώ τώρα. Κάτι πρέπει να κάνω με το φως. Πρέπει να ανάψω το φως. Έξω έχει φως. Μέσα δεν έχει φως. Εδώ έχει ένα jukebox. Α! Βρήκαμε το διακόπτη. Είδαμε το φως.
I know this image. Daytona Beach Race 58. What an event. The landscape on that picture vaguely reminds me of home. It's a picture of a buffalo. What I wouldn't give to be there. Extra large, no refill.
Πήραμε ένα καφέ. Γιατί μπορούσαμε.
This is the end of nowhere. I wonder if these postcards would ever reach their destination. This one shows a map of the area. I'll take it with me. Quite off the...
Βρήκαμε και χάρτη. Έχει μια πάστα εδώ.
If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. 20% bun, 5% cold cuts, and 75% cling film. Thanks, but no thanks.
Λοιπόν, κατάλογος.
All I have left are a few Deutschmarks. Pretty useless out here anyways.
Α, το παιχνίδι είναι τόσο... Α, όχι, αφού θα είναι το 67 φυσικά είναι να έχει μάρκα. Δεν θα έχει ευρώ.
If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. Looks dusty.
Looks dusty. Αυτό.
Again that ghastly tune.
Πω, τι είναι αυτό που παίζει. Ωραία. Αφού βάλαμε ρεύμα στο αυτό, φυσιολογικά θα δουλεύει και η αντλία.
This thing wouldn't take me far out here.
Φυσιολογικά μιλώντας. Ναι, ανάψαν οι αντλίες. Ωραία.
I wish. It's frozen shut.
Άρα πάμε να βάλουμε γκαζολίνα.
Now they are working again. Drink up. You must be dying of thirst.
Ωραία.
Not until I have found a way to cool down the engine.
Πρέπει να ψήξουμε τη μηχανή. Εδώ είχε ένα ψυγείο με παγωτά. Το...
I wish. It's frozen shut.
Αυτό είναι παγωμένο, άρα με κάποιο τρόπο...
Those pliers won't help me with that.
Όχι. Από το ψυγείο δεν μπορώ να πάρω τίποτα. Όπου η μουσική είναι εντελώς... Μπορώ να το σβήσω. Όχι. Κάποιος πέθανε.
Not until I have found a way to cool down the engine.
Πώς θα την κάνω cool την engine αφού δεν μπορώ να πάρω πάγο από πουθενά?
Electrical cables.
Α, μήπως, λέω εγώ, κόψουμε κανένα καλώδιο από εδώ?
Zip.
Ναι, κόψαμε ένα καλώδιο από εδώ. Για ποιο λόγο το κόψαμε? Για να βάλουμε πάγο μέσα στο ποτήρι.
Cold as ice.
Γιατί έλειωσε ο πάγος, έγινε νερό και τώρα θα βάλουμε στη μηχανή παγωμένο νερό. Ρε φίλε, εντάξει, είμαι πολύ μπροστά.
Some Kool-Aid.
Ωραία. Άρα τώρα ανεβαίνουμε στο μεκανάκι
Finally, we can make off again.
και φεύγουμε.
Oh, come on. Start already. It's that darn oil pump again. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a while.
Χάλασε η αντλία λαδιού. Μάλιστα. Εμένα μου αρέσει το παιχνιδάκι πάντως. Οδηγάρα όμως, έτσι.
Sure this is the right place? When's the next bus back to the city? Beverly, I have arrived. I feel spewed out into the most barren, dark void of Europe. All things considered, this could most likely be the best vacation ever. Feeling chilled out already.
Αλλάξαμε χαρακτήρα.
The next city is like 1,000 miles away. Ah, yes. That's where I am. The bus stop. My gateway to the outside world. Looks cold.
Έκανες όλο αυτό για να πεις μπρρρ.
Its heydays are over. Paddleboat rental. 1 hour, 1 Deutschmark. TruberBrook, county of
TruberBrook.
Länder, 1 kilometer, or 0.621371 miles.
Αυτός είναι Αμερικάνος στη Γερμανία, μάλιστα.
A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been torn off. Hades, paddleboat rental, souvenirs, fishing supplies. Closed. I wonder what that is.
Οπ, φτάσαμε σε μια πόλη.
Arrived at destination after a short walk. TruberBrook, a tranquil little town. Seems a bit run down. I must say, Beverly, I absolutely fell in love with this town already. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood. That is one strange-looking cat.
Όντως, δεν είναι γάτα αυτό, αλλά πού πρέπει να είναι. Ναι.
That's probably the town's landmark.
Η στολή του στέλιου στο κέντρο της πλατείας.
There's a selection of local charcuterie on display. Würstebrei, Stippgrütze, Schlachte Platte, Pathocker, Tote Oma.
Εντάξει, δεν τα διαβάζω αυτά, παιδιά, που λέει, δεν μπορώ. Τα γερμανικά.
The mysterious village. Who is into this kind of stuff? Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. The time-traveling machine. Complete nonsense from a quantum mechanical perspective. This must be the place.
Πανσιόν.
Small ads, postings, announcements. They're holding a town fair soon. Exciting. I should check into my room first before I start exploring the town.
Okay. Πάμε να πάρουμε δωμάτιο. Α, να, η τύπησα με το μηχανάκι. Έχω την εντύπωση ότι θα συνεργαστούμε.
Today's menu, nothing. That's quite a few fishing rods they have there. They don't seem to have many bookings. All the keys are still there. Please ring bell for service. We only serve small pots of coffee outside the restaurant.
Μάλιστα.
Look at all these beautiful people. Must be some kind of ancestral gallery.
Πολλές φωτογραφίες. Καρικατούρες είναι οι χαρακτήρες.
This leads to the rooms. Where is everyone?
I saw someone here just a minute ago.
Hello? I'm not going to give up.
Όπα!
Good afternoon. How can I help you, darling?
Τι είναι τύπισσα?
There's a room reserved for me. You know the lottery?
Έχει πει τον
I
άπατο
won
ότι.
to stay over here.
You won? How can you win a stay in TruberBrook?
Well, actually, I don't really remember taking part in any lottery myself. Yet I received this winning notification.
What was the name again?
Hans Tannhauser. Dr. Hans Tannhauser.
Tannhauser, 11hauser. Oh, Dr. Hans Tannhauser. Oh yes, here we have it.
Say, is it a quiet room?
Seeking some peace and quiet.
Well, I'm working on a text and I could really use some serenity.
Text? Are you a kind of writer or something?
I'm a physicist.
Είμαι φυσικός.
Right now, I'm
Μάλιστα.
writing a paper on quantum physics.
I've heard worse. You arrived just in time for the big anniversary celebration. TruberBrook is a bit noisier than usual around these days. But apart from that, I have nothing to worry about in terms of disturbance. Here's your key, Dr. Tannhauser. My name is Trude, by the way.
If you don't mind, where are all the other guests?
Let's put it this way. The season in TruberBrook is already over.
I get the impression the season has been over for some time.
Τι ψάχνει αυτός ρε?
What?
Please, you've got to help me.
Did that guy just disappear with my paper? something unusual happened. There's an uninvited guest in my room tonight. Now that he's escaped, I'm going to chase him down. What is this? Some kind of goo.
Έχει φαντάσματα ρε.
Where did he go? Darkest night. In the pale starlight, this appears to be composed of jagged silhouettes and loneliness.
Hey there.
Όπα.
Taking a little night stroll?
Someone was in my room.
You only just got here and you already have secret admirers?
No, it was a burglar, I think.
Well, I haven't seen anyone sneaking around here, but if I were you, I would probably follow these somewhat extremely obvious footprints.
You've got a point there. Please excuse me. This situation is growing aggravating. I followed the person who stole my notes into a kind of dead-end street. And now he's vanished. Picture me standing here at the edge of the world, stripped of my writings.
I wonder who on earth would steal a paper on quantum physics.
Έλατε.
Do you like ghost stories? It is said that a proto-Germanic cult used to live up here in the mountains. They prayed to the spirits of the forests. I know it's a long shot, but maybe this visitor of yours is one of those spirits?
Evil spirits?
Nonsense, I was just trying to mess with you. What was your name again? Tannhauser? Name's Gretchen. I'm an anthropologist. In fact, those old Proto-Germanic ritual grounds just so happen to be my special subject. One of them is supposedly somewhere around here, though I haven't been able to find it yet.
Gretchen, well met. Now that's all.
Όπα, ανάψαμε και τσιγαράκι. Τι λέει δικαί μου.
You know what? I'm going to help you track down that burglar. It looks like he escaped with one of the old gondolas. I bet he's hiding somewhere in the mountains, which incidentally is also where I was heading. Come on, you're a scientist. You're coming with me now and you're going to help me find this ritual site. Who knows, maybe you'll even find your evil spirit there. The one with an interest in quantum... You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So what do you say? You with me? You had the spirit of adventure in you.
Καλώς τον Ηλία.
Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. The early bird catches the worm and all that. We have to find a way up as if we used a cable car. I reckon that's also what our friend thought.
The cable car doesn't exactly appear to be in pristine condition. What do you think?
Don't worry, I'm sure I can fix this.
Achievement. Finish the prologue. Μάλιστα. Αυτός ήταν ο πρόλογος.
The master key is missing and the weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
The plan. I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be...
Okay.
The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains.
Λοιπόν, okay. Θα το κάνουμε το χιλιάρι με ένα run. Θα δούμε.
Hey.
I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
Presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
So, how long have you been here?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer though. And just saying, the public transportation around here, Germany is a mess.
But then how did you get here?
Individual travel. By motorcycle, of course.
Why TruberBrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And when I finally found them, I immediately took off. The people around here are nice, but also a little weird, don't you think?
Now that you mention it,
Tell me about yourself.
what would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
You've been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference. But then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
A while longer. In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states, Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Catherine and so on. Then Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago.
Στο καλοκαίρι σε όλη την Αμερική
On and
αυτή.
on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Ah, those were the days.
Wow. You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast. The Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of him?
Ah, of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Interesting. Uh-huh. So.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car. And you really want to go up there?
Why, are you afraid? Whatever we find over there could be of great importance to the Institute of Anthropology. Come on already! And that cable car looks sturdy enough, doesn't it?
Gretchen, what was it that you do for a living again?
I'm an anthropologist. I am conducting research on an ancient Proto-Germanic culture that is believed to have settled right here in this area. That was some 2,000 years ago, though.
Μάλιστα. Ψάχνουμε μια αίρεση.
What is it you're looking for precisely?
A Proto-Germanic cult here in the mountains. Proto-Germanic meaning before the Germans. Anyway, this place is supposed to have been a holy site to those Proto-Germans, where they made contact.
Προσπαθώ φίλε να το πάω, ναι, να μην κάνω κανένα missable, γιατί μετά άντε να το ξαναγυρίσεις πίσω.
About this cult, were they dangerous?
Tannhauser, they're all dead by now. The thing about spirits, that was a joke, okay?
Okay. We might as well have a cup of coffee before we leave.
Tannhauser, I can tell you you're not 100% behind our mission. It's very important for my research to reach the top of this mountain. Maybe we'll find your notes up there as well.
Notes? It is a timeless masterpiece. Okay, I'll try to come up with something.
Anything else I can help you with?
No thanks. That'll be all for now. Well then, bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Δεύτερο achievement. Listen to Gretchen story. Άρα ακολουθείτε αυτή τη συνομιλία όπως την έκανα εγώ άμα θέλετε το achievement.
I met a woman named Gretchen in TruberBrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
Okay.
The local gondola lift's hauling cables seem to be intact, although there aren't any gondolas or mining carts attached to it. A smell of oil and soil lingers in the air. It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination.
Και άλλο achievement. Κάναμε 10 εγγραφές στο μαγνητόφωνο.
Time waits for no man, not even in TruberBrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line. I noticed a figure on one of the rocks, a hexagon. I can only speculate on its purpose.
Μαζέψαμε το χαρτόκουτο και πάμε κάτω στο χωριό.
I've already made an entry on this. Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectations.
Bye, κουλήφι, καλή δουλειά, ρε.
My accommodation, the guest house Vadest Lust, looks slightly more luxurious in the notification.
Θα μιλήσουμε στο Θεούλ εδώ.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
I've been wondering about that cable car.
I don't want to think about the old cable car. This wobbling table is simply unbearable. It's driving me crazy.
Οκ, πρέπει να φτιάξουμε το τραπέζι.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always in front of the box. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrials and alien worlds. Nonsense, don't you think?
Being the only guest, I was wondering, how's the season going so far?
Season? We haven't had one in ages.
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off. Anything else I can do for you?
Trude, would you pour me one of your Pilsner beers, please?
Just a second, Professor. Here, a coaster. There you go. Cheers!
Όπου την κατέβασε την πύρα.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Can you tell me something about the old cable car?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it.
Who exactly is this Baron von Sülz?
Baron von Sülz used to run
Τι ονόματα είναι αυτά, ρε φίλε?
philanthropist and patron of the arts. His wife was a flamboyant Baroness von Sülz. You must have heard of her.
Van Sülz.
Anyway, when the company took over the mine, the Baroness dropped him as well and left the Baron behind. A broken man. Now his cat is his only remaining pleasure.
What were they mining for? Do you know?
An old silver mine. So nothing a quantum physicist would be interested in. It's been a few years, back in the days, when there was enough work for everyone. Then this company took over the mine, only to shut it down immediately.
Μάλιστα.
What about this mysterious company you were talking of?
They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation. They have connections to the top, if you know what I mean. Way up to the highest circles of power.
What became of the people working the mine?
More and more outsiders came to town. Nobody knows what they were actually doing in the mines. Some went missing, some went crazy. Who can tell? At one point, they even bought the old sanitarium in order to provide housing for their workers. That was before the mine shut down, of course.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser. By the way, the buffet is open. Please help yourself.
Δεν κάναμε το achievement.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
About the cable car?
Sure. What?
So why did they shut down the mine?
There is talk and rumors all over the town. Allegedly, people started disappearing without a trace. Tourists, poor laborers without families, the odd stranger. Some folks were also talking about toxic residues in the air and the water. But nobody knows anything with certainty. If you ask me, I'm just glad the whole affair has come to an end. All those rumors have kept spa guests away for years, as you can see for yourself.
Would you wrap up the whole story in detail for me again?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it. They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
Να το achievement, οκ. Okay. Τελειώσαμε και αυτό το story της Τρούντα.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me. Didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocket Ship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from another world as well?
Not specifically. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in Star
Okay.
System Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in Star System Omega 3?
Omega 3 is a fatty acid.
Come on, that's applesauce.
Ο Μπουφές έχει λίγα μυγάκια.
Is searching for a way back home.
Κάτι έχει
What do you do
πεθάνει.
for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
Sorry, I'm just an ordinary space pilot.
Oh, okay. Don't be sad. Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
So, do you Berlinellians have any special powers? Can you make things disappear?
I can make incredible amounts of candy disappear.
I can do that too.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
Your uncle was a wizard?
Wizards? They aren't even real.
So, what do I have to do to make you tell me?
There's only one thing I can think of. Can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something.
Κι άλλο achievement μετά την περίεργη κουβέντα με τη μικρή.
Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a Starlock for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Leni of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Είχαμε το τρυπάνι, τώρα έχουμε στα αυτιά μας και το παλιατζί.
That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good.
This can must have fallen off the table.
Okay.
They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there.
Ωραία, και άλλο achievement, 15 εγγραφές στο μαγνητόφωνο.
Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department. I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. But I love cheese skewers.
Okay.
I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. I'll save you, my little friend.
Μαζέψαμε και ένα σκουλίκι. Μάλιστα. Πάμε στο δωμάτιο. Όπα.
There really is a hidden stash below. Loads of useless junk and an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes. There's something lying on the floor. It's a massage rod. Somebody must have misplaced it.
Αυτό δεν είναι ραβδί για μασάζ, δεν ξέρω αν στο πάνε. Αυτό για κάτι άλλο κάνει, αλλά τέλος πάντων και με δόνηση. Ναι.
Maybe somebody hid their money in there. Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected.
Μάλιστα.
Just a hanger. Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You can borrow one if you like, but only in exchange for a pawn. They have a tendency to get lost otherwise.
Pawn? You mean deposit? Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You can borrow one if you like. They have a
Pawn?
Ναι, θα της δώσω το ραβδί για το μασάζ και καλά. Οκ.
Oh,
Κοίτα φάτσα.
for me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Αληθόρισε όταν της το έδειξα.
Yes, that sounds like a good deal.
Just be sure to bring it back, will you?
What's this? The table stopped wobbling? Oh, thank you so very much. I was hardly able to focus on anything else but this cursed wobblery.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
The name is Baron Otto Titan von TruberBrook Schultz.
Tannhauser, pleased to meet you.
Please, come over. Don't waste the opportunity to put up with the company of a lonely, broken old man.
Are you from around these parts?
You may very well say so. I put all my life's work into the well-being and prosperity of TruberBrook. I once was the owner of both, the mines and the cable car. That's all history now.
Do you have any friends or family?
My spouse left me for good, and my beloved TruberBrook is slowly going down the drain. Only Claus remained loyal to me all these years. Alas, now even he has disappeared.
Who is Claus?
Claus is my tomcat, an angel of an animal. He was the only one to always remain by my side. But now, he's vanished, without a trace. Everything in this world is going down the drain. Mark my words.
Was Claus abducted?
I don't know. Claus was always faithful and stood by my side. Then he just disappeared, without a trace. You can't rely on anything in this world anymore. Let me tell you. It's just awful.
What kind of a strange place is this?
Well, you should know. This used to be one of the most beautiful spots on the face of the planet. The fair and the fortunate came here for treatment. Travelers and tourists of all fashion. Citizens that weren't occupied in the tourism business found work in the mines. But it's all over now.
Do you still have the key to the old cable car, by any chance?
Please excuse me, but I need to be on my own now. I need some rest to mourn for Claus.
Could you tell me something about the cable car in this town?
Don't bring up the old cable car. I don't even want to think about it.
So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable car. In fact, the whole mine. Everything was taken away from me. Those maniacs destroyed everything. The cable car, the mine, the whole village.
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Schultz, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the 3rd generation. District Mayor of TruberBrook Schultz and TruberBrook Düssel. Assistant Secretary to the Municipal Council, patron of TruberBrook and the arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
Who are these maniacs you're referring to?
The Millennium Cooperative, a multinational conglomerate of enterprises. Ruthless and unscrupulous. They leave us little family businesses with next to nothing.
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town, driving visitors away with the gigantic machines.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to town. What they were actually up to in the mine, no one knows for certain. But after a few years of quick profits, they shut down the place and closed the cable car all together in one go. Just think of it. This was my life's work. They closed down the mines, drove away the people, and turned a once flourishing community into a ghost town.
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Please excuse me.
Ωραία, κάναμε και αυτό το achievement, την ιστορία του παππού.
know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call. Meow. Meow.
Τι κάνει ρε μαλάκα.
No reaction.
That's some sturdy, full-grown reed.
Πάμε για ψάρεμα. Έτσι δεν έχουμε τι να κάνουμε.
Well then, good catch.
Τσίμπησε, τσίμπησε. Οκ. Ψάρεψα ένα ανοιχτήρι. Μάλιστα.
Soft as a feather.
Μισό έρχομαι. Πάμε να βρούμε τον Κλάους πάλι. Όχι, τον σκέτο. Ωχ, διάλυσα την πανοπλία.
I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist.
Okay.
You like this, don't you?
Έφυγε πάλι. Α. Τον βρήκε, ωραία.
I've already made an entry on this.
Ωραία, ντύθηκα σαν υπότης. Έτσι γιατί δεν είχα τι να κάνω.
Hilarious the Unready? Is that you?
Πώς προχωράει έτσι, μαλάκα.
Voila. There's a current again.
I'll just leave it like
Okay.
that. Oh,
Ηλεκτροπληξία.
passed out. Now
Πάει το ζωντανό.
is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Achievement. Σώσαμε τον Klaus.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups, yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please, take it.
Ωραία. Πήραμε το κλειδί για το cable car.
Good job. The cable car is good.
Now that the cable car is fixed, we need something to replace the missing gondolas. I'm sure this will take us up the mountain.
You're a funny man, Tannhauser. I like it.
Τελειώσαμε το chapter 1.
Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top. In case you manage to find a way. See ya.
Hello?
Ωραία. Έκανε save. Λοιπόν, παιδάκια, το κλείνουμε και εμείς για μεσημέρι. Τα λέμε αργότερα. Bye bye.